My name is the Adipose.
And my name is the Clarypose.
And this is Heyday.
And in this video, we'll be telling you how to make the best use of Tom.
So, let's get farming. Okay guys, welcome to the tutorial. Today we want to talk to you about this cheeky little chappy here. This is Tom, and if you're at a very low level, no, so that's unfair. If you're at a lower level, then you won't have seen Tom yet, but he will turn up at level 14, cheery and bright-eyed, and he can make a big difference to the amount of money you make in Heyday.
Cheery, bright-eyed and ready to serve.
Absolutely.
And the great thing about Tom when he turns up at level 14 is that he's absolutely free for 3 whole days, so we need to make the most of him, and let's tell you how.
Now, of course, after those 3 days, you can still have Tom, but
he will charge you.
He will charge you, and that's going to be Diamond's real money. But 3 days is quite a lot, and I mean, the ideal, of course, is if you manage to get like your Tom free over a weekend or something like that, because we've made a huge difference with him over the weekend. Now, basically, the way Tom works is that you can ask him to get stuff for you, and he will then find items that are kind of charged at a reasonable price. And even better than just saying items, you can actually tell him to get items that you wouldn't normally be able to kind of make yourself, such as the saws and the kind of clearing materials. If you look down, like the saws on the left, the spades there in the middle, and going further down, things like the dynamite and the axes as well. And what I actually did the first 2 times I used Tom was I went for axes and saws, and I literally cleared this whole area with 2 uses of Tom. So I already had a few stones, bits of dynamite to blow up stones, but for those of you thinking, oh my goodness, it's going to take me ages to clear out this whole area, just a couple of uses of Tom, because he doesn't just give you, say, 1 saw or 2 saws, he can give you, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 saws, and actually I used him twice, and I've now managed to expand my farm quite extensively out to the left. So if your big priority is expansion of the farm, you could think about using Tom for that.
Exactly. Now, the other thing that Tom is great for is making lots of money.
Do you want to show us how you do that?
Yeah, certainly. So what we do is we click on, this is Tom, this little guy here is Tom. So click on him, and he will come up with a list of things which he could search for. And
remember, of course, you can look in the silo or you can look in the barn, but he can only look for things that you can currently build.
Exactly, yeah. So things which are available in later stages you won't be able to find just yet.
But as long as you can make it, he can find it.
So currently he's looking in the silo, but we can also have a look in the barn. So these are all of the things that this particular game has unlocked, and all of the things that he will go and look for us. So one really important thing here, if you're going to absolutely maximize the use of Tom, is to choose whichever item on your list is worth the most money.
Yeah, whichever item sells for the absolute most in the store that you can currently make.
Exactly. And I think here it's probably the pumpkin pies. Would you agree?
Well, we've been using the pumpkin pies, but we've literally just unlocked the pork stuff as well. But let's use pumpkin pies for the sake of this example. So because when you first get Tom, it's going to be something, it's going to maybe be the pies or something like that, or maybe bacon eggs that's going to be your most, but the pumpkin pies sell really well, so if you can get that, that's a good.
Exactly. So what we'll do is we'll just click on the pie, and you'll see that it appears in the box on the right, and click Start Search,
and off he goes.
And off he goes looking for the pies. Now, one thing we should mention is that Tom does get rather tired.
He does.
In his little errands, so you can only send him out, I think, is it once every 2 hours?
It's once every 2 hours. So try and time it with your day as well. If you're going to be unavailable for 2 hours, use Tom just before you go, and then hopefully you can use him when you get back. But Tom,
he's pretty speedy. Let's have a look what he's got for us. So he's found us some pumpkin pies, and he's made us 3 offers, and we can only choose one of these.
Now, you do have to pay for them. Tom's not going to find you free stuff, but these are reasonably priced, and we can actually sell these for a whopping profit. So even
a lot more than we're buying them for here.
And we don't just pick the 1 or the 5 here. We always want to go.
Yeah. Now, what do you think of that offer of 7, Addy?
Well, it's an excellent price. But Tom can find between 7, 8 and 9 in the maximum slot. So if you're happy with 7, fine, go for it, especially if that's your money. But as we've only got Tom for a limited time, you can tell him to search again. How does that work?
So what we would do then is we would click none of them. and then he goes back to sleep for about 2 minutes.
Indeed, so that's not the 2-hour wait. If you just click on him, he'll say, "Oh, I just need a little rest." But in 2 minutes, we can send him out again. And you might get sick of it, and you might kind of say, "Oh, I don't want to send him. I don't want to make him. I don't want to search again and again and again for the sake of just one extra item." But if it's a really expensive item, you could be looking at 100 coins, 150 coins.
Yeah, more even, really.
Difference. Now, the other thing we'll point out with Tom while he's resting is that Tom can make items that you have unlocked but can't yet build. Let me explain what I mean, because I at the moment don't have a loom. If you kind of look around my little farm, I've unlocked the ability to make a loom. If I show you here, there you go, loom, but I haven't yet built it. But because I actually have the ability to do so, I can actually send Tom to look for that. So if you find yourself in a situation where you actually have a Tom but can't yet afford to make your pie maker or something like that, Tom will search for pies, even if you don't have that, and therefore that will actually save you. He'll help you make you quite a lot of money to get you to the stage where you can.
So from that point of view, he can also help you to fulfill some of those orders on the order boards as well, can't he?
Yes. So if you get one of those annoying orders for something that you can't yet make because you haven't been able to afford the building yet, Tom will definitely help you do that. Now, just while we're waiting for Tom to come back up, you can use Tom to search for any kind of good and any kind of land clearing, but you can't use Tom to get the upgrades. If you have a look at the increased storage stuff, hello, I can actually increase it.
That's exciting.
That's quite an exciting time, but you can't tell Tom to look for these, so you can't use Tom as a quick way of making a bigger silo or a bigger barn, but you can use him to clear space, and you can use him to make masses of money.
I
just
think
like
he's
we're going to
ready.
do now. Indeed. Now Tom is back up and ready to go for another little search. Do you want to
So
talk us through
we're
it?
just going to repeat the process again. Click on him, ask him to look. That's a carrot
That's a carrot
pie.
pie.
I wish they weren't so similar. Ask him to look for some pumpkin pies and start the search, and off he runs.
And of course, he may well come back with another 7 instead of 8 or 9. I mean, there is a bit of a kind of a random element to that, and it will depend how much you want. But if you're looking to maximise your money, go for the most expensive item you can currently build.
And
Send
try
him
and
out.
get-
Send
try
him
and
out
get
a couple
8
of
or 9
times until you get a deal you're happy with.
Should we see what he's come up with this time?
What you got, Tom?
What have you got? 9!
9!
See, that one was worth the 2-minute wait, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
So I'm going to buy all 9 of these for 4. So remember, this is 479 gold we're paying for 9 pumpkin pies.
And off he goes
And
on
off he
his
runs.
little errand. I mean, you can see why it knackers him so much. He's always
Absolutely.
back and forth and back and forth.
I wish I got 2-hour breaks every time I did one job of work.
He's done 2 journeys. He went to have a look and stuff. Now, of course, you will need that. You will need that little bit of investment. So that cost us about 500. So it's always worth keeping. Not taking a back balance down to 0. You're going to need a good 500.
And make sure you've got space in your barn for when he gets back.
Absolutely.
Otherwise you won't be able to.
Do need a bit of space. So there you go. Tom's going to be asleep now for 2 hours, but we can use him. And if we just head over to the store here, you'll see the huge profit that we can make. If we just go in here, and I'll grab, let's say it was 9 we bought for him, but let's just put 5 there for argument's sake. If we just do maximum price, what did we buy this lot for?
Now I said it twice and I can't remember. It was 4 something.
400 and something. But look at this. This is only 5 pies, and I can already sell this for nearly double, 792. And pumpkin pies, as long as you're buying the right things from Tom, they will sell. So
Yeah.
I'd stay away from bacon products. They tend to be the ones that will drag a little bit. But you can bring in things like pumpkin pies. And the other nice thing about this, of course, if you set say pumpkin pies in your store or other valuable items and bring that punters in, that will then attract them to buy your less kind of interesting items like kind of wool and bacon and things like that as well.
So to conclude, Tom comes in at level 14. Make the most of him by using your most expensive item or using him to clear land.
Indeed, and we do hope you have found this useful, and good luck with your Tom. If you have found this useful, please give the video a like, and
Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already.
thank you very much, and we'll see you soon on the latest Hay Day tutorials.
Goodbye.
Bye bye.